Good morning, safety, instruction and safety, 8 a.m. class. Today, I'm going to be talking about amusement park safety and specifically about Ferris wheels because I have this candle holder that was perfect for this. And so getting into it, Ferris wheels are one of the safer rides. The only concerns mostly are the lack of height and the lack of restraint. And the odds of being seriously injured are only 1 in 9 million. So you don't have much to worry about. Injuries that do occur are usually serious because they're caused by falling, so don't fall. And most injuries are from rider error, like dumbasses getting on. So if you're an employee, you have to go over the rules and make sure that everyone understands them. All accidents that create risk of death, disfigurement, impairment of health, or loss of organ function have to be reported within 4 hours. If there is bad weather, you have to get the passengers off the ride because that is not very safe. There should be a barrier around the Ferris wheel, so like dumbass little kids aren't like going right by it and getting hurt. And employees need to speak up if a passenger is doing something unsafe. So like if they're walking on it or something, you have to yell at them. I would love to do that. I hate dumbass people. Now for like inspection and maintenance and stuff. All the amusement parks have to be inspected annually by the Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection, the Division of State Police, and the Fire Explosion Investigation Unit. And they should be inspected by employees daily and more thoroughly weekly and monthly. And the parts should be disassembled and inspected during seasons the ride is not in use. So if it's like a summer fair, you're going to inspect it when it's not summer. And the parts need to be properly lubricated and moving properly. And every 3 years, the seat axle pins have to be x-rayed to make sure there's not cracks. Electrical systems should be inspected for damage or wear so no one's getting electrocuted. And safety features like brakes, restraints, and interlocks have to be tested regularly. I think daily, I don't know. Foundations and anchor points should be checked for stability and rust or cracks or anything. Other inspections include seating, cables, and bearings. I don't feel like writing all that. All staff operating the ride should be properly trained specifically on operating Ferris wheels. And if you are the passenger, you have to follow age, height, weight, and health restrictions. Don't be a baby. Don't be 4 feet tall. Don't be a fatty. And don't have cancer. Obey all safety rules and instructions. Don't be a dumbass. That's how people die. I'm going to talk about that later. Arms and legs should be inside at all times. Everyone says that. You should know that by now. Do not bring items that could fall. Do not bring Aaron. He's going to fall off and die. Don't do it. Do not board if you are impaired or under the influence. I don't know what dumbass is getting drunk at Disney and getting on the Ferris wheel, but don't do it. Stay in your seat until you've been instructed to exit. If I was the employee, I would be pissed as fuck if people were like getting off the ride when I didn't tell them to. Like even if it stops, you need to stay on there because it's not safe. Don't rock the passenger car or stand inside it. People stand inside it and people die because they fall off. Like why would you do that? Always accompany a young child. Don't put a baby on there by themselves. Why would you do that? As for statistics, there's an annual average of 4,423 injuries caused by amusement parks per year, but there are a lot less fatalities. I think it's like 4.5 or something per year. The head and neck get the most injured. 20% of injuries are that. Falling off causes the most injuries. 31.7%. I don't know what the other ones are, but it must be pretty bad. At least 12 employees have been killed assembling a portable Ferris wheel. Do you know how mad I would be if I was just doing my job and I died? Like, why would you do that? So, as for accidents that have happened, in 2016, 3 girls, me, you, and Mio, even though we're not, most of us aren't girls, but that's okay. So we have to take this as a precautionary tale. This can't happen to us. So they were severely injured when the passenger car and the Ferris wheel tilted. So I'm going to show you what happened. It was like this, and then it went, wait. It was like this, and then it went up, and they were just like that, so they fell off. And then they fall off, so they should have had proper restraints. And one of my points is that we should replace the restraints on Ferris wheels to not be removed. Be able to be removed by passengers because people are literally just going to take them off. I don't think that's what these girls did, but yeah. And in 2019, a man and a woman were injured because a tie rod on the wheel failed, it broke, and the passenger car could not swing freely. Wait, my example was supposed to be for that one. Okay, just pretend I did that now. So the people on the ride were trying to yell at the operator and be like, I'm literally gonna fall off and die, but he couldn't hear them because there was a power plant nearby and it was really loud. So, if it wasn't that loud, he probably could have heard the tie breaking, and that could have not happened in the first place. And in 2022, a subcontractor working on a Ferris wheel fell to his death when the concrete beneath collapsed. And he wasn't wearing a harness because he's dumb, and he was like very old. He was like 60 years old. Like, what are you doing? And the company did not ensure that the work surface could support the weight. I don't know what he was doing on there that the entire concrete collapsed, but it was too much. And the amusement park faced 10,000 OSHA fines. So don't have to pay that money and just be smart. And in the end, Ferris wheel accidents can be prevented by passengers following instructions, proper maintenance on the wheel itself, and upgrading Ferris wheels that have restraints that cannot be undone by riders. And like I said, Aaron should be the operator of all the Ferris wheels because none of this would have happened if Aaron was there. The end.